Hello, hello. Welcome to part 1 of Module 4's CPE training. My name is Shayna. I met you in a previous video, and I am excited to talk to you today about individual and group crisis and the crisis management cycle. As has been and will be repeated throughout these modules, if you are unsure of who the Pulse leads and staff are for your current cohort, check the Meet the Professional Staff page on Canvas. So I'll start out this video talking about what individual and community level crises are and how we as peer educators can respond to them. What is a crisis? Crisis is a state of feeling, an internal experience of confusion and anxiety to the degree that formerly successful coping mechanisms fail. Instead, ineffective decisions and behaviors take their place. Crisis is both a time of opportunity and danger. Crisis is useful when it causes one to go beyond their familiar coping skills, both their internal and external skills, and to develop new skills, therefore becoming more competent and autonomous. However, a crisis is dangerous when the person becomes overwhelmed with anxiety and pain and adapts in a negative way. Individual level crises include mental health struggles, coming out troubles generally, high levels of stress. A community level crisis example or multiple include bias incidences, natural disasters, and security threats. Responding on an individual level. When talking to an individual to help respond to their crisis, it's important to listen to what they actually want to have happen. You may have a different idea of what would be best for this individual that you can give as a suggestion, but it's really their wills and desires that are important. In an upcoming video, we'll talk about all the stages of change model. And when you understand that model, you'll understand what I mean when I say it's possible they won't be ready for a response stage. Keep active attention to maintaining your listening techniques and being there for the individual without overextending your capacity as a peer educator. So make sure you're really listening, but you're not taking on their problems, which is one of the traps of being a peer educator. So what can you do? There's a plan of action that you can follow. The steps we encourage as a responder to someone in crisis are to start by asking what they want to have happen, as we said before. We want to do a reality check, make a plan, commit to taking action, reinforcing and forecasting, and thinking about their first step forward and their first reward. The first step, asking what they want to have happen, is great for judging a person's motivations and allows them to think a bit broader about what they want to have occur moving forward. Doing a reality check means specifically evaluating the solution they have put forward. Allow the person to evaluate on their own if the solution proposed to handle the crisis will solve the situation. Is it a band-aid solution, a short-term fix, or is it a longer-term solution that'll get rid of the issue rather than just band-aiding it? Since a solution has been thought about, the next step is making a plan to implement it. You'll want to brainstorm many solutions so there's a variety of choices and paths the person or the group that's responding to crisis can take. Now that the plan has been made, the next step is reviewing the plan and determining the willpower and seriousness of the individual who is going to be performing this plan. Are they really happy with it? Are they nervous about it? Are they going to need referrals? Will those be necessary to help the individual achieve their goal? This is an empowering time. You want the individual to feel comfortable stepping outside their comfort zone and focusing on healing. This is the reinforcement and forecasting stage. It's great to help someone see that change really is possible. You want them to have a thorough understanding that their solution is going to work or understand ways their solution might not work. Having tangible goals and check-ins can help to build this step of reinforcement and forecasting. It's really a step of reassurance and forward-looking. So finally, the first steps and first rewards. Create the real first step. When you're working with someone and you've made this plan and they've committed to it, it's time to actually start. So talk it out with someone and then create a reward. Just be cautious. We don't want to encourage behavioral rewards. We don't want to say, congrats on reaching this goal. Now achieve a relaxation from that goal. Like, oh, you finally gotten to sleep 8 hours a night. I mean, this isn't a crisis, but this is just an example. We don't want to say we can relax and now just go have fun and sleep 4 hours a night. Like if we are finally getting to these first steps, we want to keep them. We don't want to just throw them to the wind. We want to promote jumping off points and advances. So thanks for listening. That's all we have for you for this first video of Module 4 CPE training. And congrats, you're halfway done with this module.